see, we are created in a magnificent vibration, in an absolutely magnificent vibration. Born risk takers. Free. That conditioning takes place after birth. You can change it. It takes guts. It takes goals. Do you know something? You're sitting there watching this and you're thinking, my God, I'm going to change something. I always say, keep reminding yourself that you have tremendous reservoirs of potential within you, and therefore you are quite capable of doing anything you set your mind to. You really can. I don't care what the cynics tell you. Quit listening to some of your peers. Now all you must do is figure out how you can do it, not whether you can or not. When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? You've got to create a sense of urgency. I'm going to do it right now.
If you can see it, you can do it. But the beautiful truth is you can do anything. We got to know there is a place. There is a specific frequency. And if you get on that frequency, you're going to attract what you need to you. This is what it's all about. Why have you been endowed with such awesome powers? If you'll make a committed decision, this I'm going to do. And you don't have to know how. You do not have to know how. The second you make the committed decision, you flip your brain onto the frequency that you have to be on to attract what you have to attract to manifest the thing that you want. If you can see it, you can do it. It's got to be something you want. Wants come from inside. Act like you're already there. Walk, talk, speak, live like you're already there. Don't set a small goal. Don't set something that doesn't really wind your stem. Set it so big it jazzes you. It really gets you going. When something of a very high nature resonates with the very high side of you, you'll know it. You'll know it. You will feel it. Feeling is conscious awareness of vibration. The only prerequisite, do you want it? Not do you need it, not could you do it. The only prerequisite is, do you want it? Take the lid off your marvelous mind and dream. For goodness sake, give yourself the right to do that. Get your analytical mind out of the way. Put it in your pocket for a while. All you're doing is exploring, daydreaming. What did Lawrence say? All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their mind waken the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dream with open eyes to make it possible. This I did.
Hey Joey, how you doing?
Very good, Mike.
Let's get a bit of housekeeping out of the way. All right, so welcome to Freedom, Health and Lifestyle. Of course, this is personal development with a plan. And it's a plan about being better, thinking better, doing better, all of those types of things. And this, of course, is episode 112, Tools for Growth. Now, to be honest, I don't think it's going to be what you think, right? Now, of course, it is about, thinking and doing better. But we're going to look at the doing better aspect of it, because we do a lot about the thinking part, Joey. Do you know what I mean? The books, the audio books, all of these things. We're always doing about these things. But I came across something which is a tool for actually growing your network marketing business or your traditional business or whatever else. And I want to share it with you. I came across this morning. This is literally, I don't know how new it is. I think it's only maybe a couple of weeks now. And in fact, it's still in the pre-enrollment stage. You can't actually get it because I've tried to get it and I can't get it. But we'll get on to that. But anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, click that notification button. You'll hear when we're on, usually around about the same time every week. And don't forget, you can find Joey here at facebook.com/Joey Younger. Go and check him out and see how vain he is, always putting pictures of himself on the internet. Loves himself. If he was a bar of chocolate, he'd eat himself, I think. But And of course, you can find me here at the Real Mick McQuillan. Don't go there. Don't find me there, right? Because I'm never on there, right? So don't go there, right? So you can find me here. All right. Joey, say hello.
Yeah, Mike. I think I've put my phone on live too. So just we have multiple devices. The beauty of working nowadays, and we have the technology that we are able to share with our community, our audience, our follower, what we're up to. And I think part of my journey, just share what I'm up to. When I'm mowing the lawn. Today was a Father's Day here, and happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. I need to get a bloody haircut. Crazy.
And just all day I just spend time with the family and just work around the garden, and I love it. I enjoy it because we talk a lot about planting a seed and grow look after the garden of that seed, cultivate them and watering them and nourish them, so that you can expect a good garden, beautiful flowers or evergreen hedges. And I love seeing things like that, like nature, because it reminds me that we're living in a world of abundance. And you can look left and right, we see a lot of abundance in this world and prosperity. So that's what we're here sharing with our audience. The knowledge, the experience that we have, and what we find in life. And it might be not for everyone, but for those people that they have some spirit inside them, that they are willing to open to learn something new, try something new, or even challenge themselves to go out and become an investor or become building a business like we do. That's what we're doing this program. And I can't believe that it's episode 112. I still remember the first time we start this. We kind of not sure what we're going to do, but we just say yes to each other, tell the world this is what we're going to do. This is Mike and Joey podcast, and we came a long way, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished.
Yeah, no, we've had fun along the way as well. Do you know what I mean? Because there's been times when we had to do it on the road. You've been driving, you pulled up at the side of the road in the middle of the night to do it. Do you know what I mean? There's been crazy things. But again, it's a learning experience, Joe, and we're learning along the way, and we're growing through it as we go through it. And that's really what it's all about. And that's what this episode is about. It's about tools for growth. So I've got this little teaser video that I'm going to play. It's only a minute and a half long, right? It's going to tell you a little bit about this AI software that I came across, right? And it's all-in-one AI social, AI video, AI websites, CRM, all in one platform, right? Have a look at this.
Let's be real. Marketing your business and keeping up with AI tools shouldn't be this hard. That's why there's LevAI, the all-in-one customer growth system built for entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, small business owners, and many others. From the start, LevAI learns your brand and voice. Need a post right now? My AI Social gives you platform-ready content, comments, and DMs that sound just like you and speaks to your audience. Want your message everywhere? With My AI Video, you can create an AI twin that looks and sounds like you, or select an avatar to deliver your script in nearly any language. Need a website today? My Web spins up a branded site. Copy, images, SEO, ready in minutes. With My Network, add contacts by screenshot. LevAI enhances each contact you add and creates a personality profile, then suggests what to say next and tracks follow-ups. It also reminds you when to reach out. And with My Prospects, find new prospects, filter by location or role, and know exactly how to approach them. Not sure how to reply to a prospect? Help Me Reply keeps conversations moving and wins you more customers. With LevAI, you show up, stay consistent, and grow without an expensive agency or a dozen tools. Ready to make AI marketing simple? Join as a member to use LevAI for your business. Want to earn by sharing LevAI?
So that's just a short teaser, right, Joey? What do you think of that as a software proposal?
Mike, one of the things you and I found as an entrepreneur, we say yes to the challenge or the opportunity, and we tell the world, and we figure it out. And part of our journey, we learn every single day to grow, to be better, to become a leader in our profession. And because we build a team of like-minded people, business people, entrepreneur, that they want to grow themselves and grow their financial health in some way. And we'll get to a world now. It's just that the technology is so advanced. AI or artificial intelligence is powerful tools. It's either we use it, or we kind of left behind something, or in our professional that it mentioned a few times, either you use AI for your benefit, or you left some money on the table. And you and myself are using that, and I learn a lot from you. And I think one of the things that you showed me, with the WhatsApps, it's got a beautiful AI that you can ask them question to create a post for you, or create a sticker for you, and it's helping. AI. I'm not a savvy techie, Mike, but because we have some entrepreneurial spirit in us, we always want to be better. We always want to look for the opportunity. How can we elevate our performance, our service to other people? How can we serve people better? How can we serve our team better? And I think that's one of the things that we always look for opportunity. And you and I just say opportunity a lot. And I think people who can watch this program, it might be not in the same professional that what we do, but maybe they can use the AI to advance their marketing, or the way they approach the customer, the consumer. So AI is a beautiful thing. Embrace it, because it's part of our DNA nowadays. And if you don't willing to learn, I think you miss something out. And I know a lot of people still believe in the old traditional way. It's so true. The traditional way and the principle is still there, but AI advanced. The skill you have, the reach you have, the leads, magnitude you want to use. So I really embrace AI, and I invest in AI too for my business. So it's a learning progress for myself, but I'm kind of wow every day that I have these kind of tools. And I think if we don't learn to how to take advantage of it, we left something behind.
Exactly. You're absolutely right, Joey. And, for example, we, 2 years ago, we used to have someone sit in the office answering the phone, right? And we had a couple of people, working in the office. And, and then we made a switch to a call center, which meant that we didn't have anybody working in the office. Everything was being outsourced to a call center. The benefit of that for the company was we didn't have to pay out all this money every month. We only paid for the calls that were being taken, the calls that were being made, and it reduced our operational cost in that segment alone by about half. And we had more people, we had more efficiency in that sense. Now you can actually, there's software, there's AI, like caller AI software, that you can actually have a bot answer the phone for you and even make calls for you. Do you know what I mean? And again, that would greatly reduce cost. And you're in control of that. And I thought that this software was fascinating because it's more like an assistant. It's more like an AI assistant, even, creating your calendar, creating content for you, even talking for you, so like it looks like you, talks like you, acts like you, walks like you, whatever, you know what I mean? And it's doing all this, when you don't have to. So it makes you more, AI can make you more efficient, but it's like you say, you have to embrace the technology. You have to use it as a tool. It's not going to go away. Do you know what I mean? You can bury your head in the sand. Like I said to Kate the other day, I said, if I was going to start a new business, I'd probably start, like a kindergarten school where you're looking after kids that taught them how to use AI. efficiently. Do you know what I mean? Because like this AI is like a personal assistant if you use it properly. It can do so much for you. Like I use it every day. In fact, when I've finished on this call, I'm going to go to my chat GPT, go back to some modules that I created for a training for, our other business, and I'm going to do a short video about that, and then we'll get that posted up, and then we're going to, use that to market. But if I could get, if I could get AI to do all of that, and it can do a lot of that, and this software clearly is going to be able to do that. And this is the video, Joe. I'll show you the video that I came across. Actually, this is the video that I came across, and we can quickly watch a little bit of it because it'll give you a bit more insight into what it does. But like I say, you can't get it yet. But I will tell you where you can go and pre-order if you want. So you can go and check it out. But look, we'll have a quick look at this. And now I've sped it up so that it's going a little bit quick because I find it easier to listen to.
All at the same time. So, okay, so that's what he says about it. LevAI makes it really, really simple for entrepreneurs to launch, market, and grow businesses. It's not expensive. The CMOs, agency, or complicated tech skills required. Other tools and platforms and systems not required here. The problems that they solve are critical if you're an entrepreneur or you own a business, everything from CRM solutions, social media, engagement and attachments, visibility, web builders, even just if you have a talent that you want to put to market and you don't have those business skills, we'll help you with that as well. So so
just to clarify, Joey, this isn't just for network marketers. This is for anybody who wants to start a business. So maybe you've got this thing that you want to do, you're not sure how to do it, you're not sure how to bring it to market. This can maybe help offer you that potential to just get your brand out there, get your message out there. It's fascinating.
The solution that they offer is quite incredible, super simple, seamless. It makes building and maintaining a candidate list, a customer list, super easy and simple, as Doc D likes to call it, the KISS method. What does KISS stand for, Doc?
Keep it super simple. If we say KISS is that ES is educational and silly.
I always thought that was
silliness.
I always thought that
make it fun.
Yeah, KISS was keep it simple. Stupid.
So
didn't you? But I'm not sure.
This creates movement, and that's one thing that a business really thrives on, is inspiration and constant upgrade and movement. Kaizen is another word for it, constant improvement. The solutions, these are some of the key tabs: social, online presence, and consistency. It's all happening in a blink of an eye. Customer relationship management. These CRM tools cost thousands, and you need a whole bunch of them, and they don't always work together. A whole bunch of them do. They do collaborate together, but they're not necessarily the ones that you want. So this kind of solves all of that in one. You get the option to build website businesses in the blink of an eye. Reminders that are really helpful if you're a little bit divergent with your thoughts. You have 2 billion people, instant access to them, searchable, so that you are connecting and collaborating with people that are like-minded. So this is a good way to get unstuck and stay consistent to build your audience. So it's all about, they talk about consistency and velocity, creating engaging social posts, utilizing your God-given talents or spirit-given talents or trusted source talents or your mother and father's talents, however you want to call it. Your genetic makeup is a talent that is best expressed. So you can post all of this directly to your profile. CRM, customer relationship management. You can take screenshots of your business partners, collaborators, friends, and get to know them on a deeper level. This is what governments have been doing for the last 50 years. This is what the information age was all about. They were gleaning all of our information for their benefit. So what we're doing is we're flipping the script and we're using our information, not necessarily just for our benefit, but to enhance our lives. So, and that's really what this is about. Tools, strategies, solutions to enhance our lives, achieve our dreams, and create.
That's interesting, that it will also track each interaction and remind you when to get in touch. To be honest, some of this stuff is bananas. Because sometimes I need that, Joey. Do you know what I mean? I can write it down in my pad, but I don't, and I can put it in my calendar. But it's the little kick up the arse that I need every now and again, the little reminder that I need every now and again to do something. But then it does take action. We talk about this all the time. It's great having the tools, it's great having the knowledge, it's great reading the books, it's great listening to the audio and everything else. But without application of that knowledge or using it in some way to enhance your own life and maybe the people around you enhance their life, it's worthless. Like intention without conviction is pointless. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely, and everything we used to do manually is time consuming, and like you said, you forgot sometime. That the beauty of AI, it reminds you. It put in your calendar. It give you a notification. Well,
Yeah.
you put this one down, and you need to act on it. For me, it's a time. I'm time poor. I got multiple commitment, and like today, it's Father's Day, and if I have to sit down and write, I send like close to 50 messages today, to different friends or to people on my Facebook friend that I know their father. If I sit down and write down all those messages, it will take hours. But because I embrace AI, and I just reach out to my AI friend and just ask him, this is what I want. I have friends in Facebook. It's Father's Day. Would you able to create me a nice message to send it to them for Father's Day? And they're great, and they're great for me. So I just use that, and just to multiple friends today. And I got people respect. Majority of them that I sent the message to them, they embrace it. They thought it's sweet. People want to do it because nowadays, a lot of people, we don't know that they need connection. I think that's the thing that missing from their daily life is the connection. The kids maybe move away. Friends and relative are living overseas, and sometimes when you reach out to people in a time manner, in the right time, in the right place, they embrace that. They very appreciate that. But with the help of our personal assistant AI, it's make life easier. Instead of sitting down and write one to each, in the old days you used to write letters. Nowadays you just even now, Mike, it's something that I share with you, and I think some of my friends they watch this will already experience so far. Every day I look it up, I go to Facebook, and I just type birthday, happy birthday, and it will list me the people that are on my birthday list. So instead of just write them a message or send them my audio, I used to write them a message, happy birthday, or send them my audio words and say like happy birthday, I wish you everything. Nowadays I sing them. I know, I found that I'm not too bad with singing, so why not using singing as to send someone best wishes for their birthday, or something that happened in their life. And I found that one person this week sent me a message, said you won the best happy birthday wish because you sing it beautifully, and you make my day. So
Exactly.
you change as you go. You learn to adjust. It's come from plan to review. It always, the things that we think about it, we feel that's the right thing, aligned with our value, and then we try it. We go out there and apply it. Whether we sing a happy birthday instead of sending a text message, it make a difference. It start a conversation, and I embrace it. But the help of AI, it's make life easier. And I know a lot of people said, "Oh, I'm too old for AI." If you think that way, that's the old way of thinking. You need to change your mindset. You need to change the way you think, because we're living in the world now. Even your grandchildren or your young sibling now, if you struggle with something in the iPhone, you give it to a small child, she will show it to you. That's
True. It's true. But I remember, like, to be honest, your kids wouldn't remember anyway. But I remember, like old VCRs and things like this. Like your mum and dad wouldn't know how to set them up or set the timer on it or anything else to record a program. But
yeah.
like as kids, you'd be able to figure it out dead quickly and dead easy. Do you know what I mean? And
Mm.
Kate was only talking about that with one of the guys. We have someone who does a lot of our, not social media, but Google, looks after our Google accounts for advertising and things like this. And he was saying, he's finishing up, and we've got someone new. But the guy who's finishing up, he was saying, oh yeah, we're doing all this stuff online, and we've set up this Etsy shop, and on-demand printed T-shirts and things like this, and we're using Instagram and social media and all this kind of stuff. He says, and it's so surprising all the things that you can do nowadays. Do you know what I mean? To generate income. He says, but my kids who are like 14 and 16, he says, like, they're just not even bothered. It's like just normal to them. Whereas I'm like, wow, look at what you can do. My kids are like, oh, that's like old news type thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's easy. That's dead easy. And so, you do have to embrace it, which is why I think that this is important. And it's about using it as a tool to enhance your life, to give you more time. You were saying that you're time poor. And, look, I can agree to that as well. Like when I asked Kate, how would she define, freedom? She was like, well, freedom to me is being able to go to a supermarket or a shopping center to go shopping, clothes shopping, whenever I want, and you could come with me. And that was her idea of freedom. Do you know what I mean? Just to be able to go where she wanted to go, when she wanted to go, but for me to be able to go with her. And that's the challenging part, because I can't always go. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got commitments, you've got work you can do and things like this. You've got calls that you need to answer. That's why we have the call center to do a lot of this kind of stuff now. Do you know what I mean? But now what you're seeing here is that, that you can have AI take your calls and take your calls as you can now train AI, and in fact, one of these things, this one here, you can actually train it so it sounds like you. All you do is you make a recording of your voice, and it uses your voice and can talk in like 180 other languages. So it really does kind of change things in a big way, if you're prepared to use it. But again, will everybody use it? No, some people will just get left behind. Some people will be afraid. There's a girl that works in our organization. She also works in finance. And I was talking to her about AI. And she was saying, oh, yeah, she says, I have to use it. I want to use it. Do you know what I mean? Because if I don't use it, I will be gone. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have to use it. I have to use it as a tool. Do you know what I mean? To enhance, what I do, So, like, AI is fascinating, Joey. It is, for sure.
I have a funny story to share with you, Mike. I got a business partner that we work together on a development project, and we are directly communicating in Messenger. He directly sent me the update of what's going on with the project or what happened in the market. And one day I saw one of his posts on Facebook, and as a business partner, I like to collaborate and say nice thing to people that I work with, and I comment on his post. Straight away, I got a message sent it to me direct from him, and I said, and I replied back, and I said, look, I really admire the sharing that you do today. It's very helpful. And he continued on to kind of like talking to me like a best. I didn't know it was not him. Then I messaged him privately and said to him, hey, I just commented on your Facebook Live, and you're very good with your marketing. You try to sell me your course. And he said to me, oh, it's work. And I said, what do you mean it's work? Which means it's the AI that's talking to me, and I thought it was him. But as the conversation continued on a little bit deep, I had a suspicion this is AI, because. But it's the intention. It was like my friend talking to me and sharing with me. But the only thing, I know him personally, and the AI treat me as a new person that willing to find out a little bit more of what he do.
Yeah,
he's my, so that's why I just reached out to my friend privately, and he said to me, "Oh, that's work." I mean, what is mean work? Oh, I put AI on that platform to communicate with my client that react or comment or have a like
Yeah.
on my post. And I
Yeah.
said that's very good, and maybe something that I need to explore too.
Absolutely, Joey. It is something, because you can set up these AIs now where when someone creates let's say, comments on your post, that within 10 seconds, your AI reaches out to them. Do you know what I mean? And contacts them. In fact, there's things that, we haven't got it on our website yet, but if somebody went onto our website and put in their contact details and wanted a call, when they press submit, we could set up an AI that would phone them immediately, do you know, and say, hey, you were just on our website and you filled out your contact form, and it'd say, oh, you were inquiring about this, and then go through a series of questions with them. What do you do with your pets when you travel away? All kinds of different things, and then say, hey, listen, why don't we schedule in a call with one of our something or other? Do you know what I mean? Just to set up, just to qualify that lead and everything else. So, and that's why this is fascinating to me, because I'm not sure, because I'm thinking about it for obviously the academy that we're doing. I'm thinking about it for the network marketing that I'm involved in, but also for our general business on how something like this can work. So it's definitely fascinating. It's a fascinating thing that really, I think that you do it. Like you say, these are tools for growth, and if you're looking to grow, you need to be looking for the tools that are going to help you do just that, I think.
Massive wealth. So this is just insane. So you just drop a screenshot into the app, and basically they'll come back to you with a really nice breakdown of things that your prospective clients or existing clients are interested in, so that you can talk to them from their perspective, which is huge. Content enhancement. It's going to give you all the research that LevAI has done to be able to leverage it to give your personality and sales engagement guidance. Yeah. AI built websites. These can happen in the blink of an eye as well. It's just click and go. Brand your own site. You can host it and get it published. Lead funnels and all that sort of good stuff is all already done for you. It's all in one place, which is amazing. You get little nudges to stay consistent. So it's like, hey, have you connected with your clients recently? What are they up to? You have an AI helper to track your follow-ups. It's even going to help you to craft your messages in your own voice, which is great. More than 2 billion people are looking for ways to search and grow their business, because if you're not growing your client base, your business isn't going to be profitable or even sustainable long term. Right? And we can do this internationally as well. There's so much more with my AI video. Every plan includes your own avatar that looks like you, and maybe even sounds like you. You just pick a photo, give it a script, and your AI twin can speak in dozens of languages. We were talking about this, Dr. D and I, recently with regards to where did I have that picture? I don't know where it is now. Of the top languages, the top being Hindi, which is why we have so many Hindi brothers and sisters onboarding. I'll just show you where we're at with who's onboarding at the moment. Let's have a look. I love this. Come back to my homepage and I'll show you where are we. Who's onboarding with us at the moment? We've got a couple of new enrollees onboarding here. Let's carry on. So we've got access to AI. All you need to do is take your own photo, and you are in complete control of your own image and voice assets. Now this is huge. I work as an actor, so in the future there's going to be a lot more AI production with regards to film production, and for us to maintain control or sovereignty over our own image and data is huge. Which is why, isn't that right, Doc? That's why we love blockchain.
Absolutely.
So how it works? Well, yeah, we'll get into that. This guy, I saw him the other day. He was speaking perfect Hindi.
Turkish, yeah.
So, do you want to go through these first basic features, Doc? And I'm going to look for that sizzle video.
Yeah, I think we can. I can't really see him. Let me see him.
Oh, let me see if I can make it a bit bigger for you. Is that better?
I didn't. Just give me a moment. Keep talking. I didn't share.
Okay.
To my laptop. I'll share it to my laptop.
Let's see.
I'll email it to myself, and then I'll.
What do you want to do?
I'm in the process of emailing the link.
Can you read what's happening in these features and pricing here?
I was on my phone.
I understand now. Okay.
And it's so.
All right. So just keep moving. There's going to be two, because this is in pre-launch. So this is why we have people that are positioning themselves at a huge rate. If you have a look over here, we've got Medapali S from India as well. We've got Sudhari R from India as well enrolling. We've got Pusala S coming on board, also from India. So this is really, really network marketing package, which includes all your CRM. You've got My AI Video, where it takes your likeness, your voice, and you are able to use AI to generate your own script. Right? This is huge. My AI Social, your writing assistant. This is going to help you with your emails, your posts to social. The AI Learn.
It's fascinating, Joey. You know, I think, and these are the websites basically. You know, where you can learn more about it. So this is the website that I'm thinking to use it for. This is our academy, where people can join. You know, and obviously, you know, if they press this sign up button, you know, maybe we can have AI immediately contact them, talk to them. Do you know what I mean? Qualify them, things like this. But again, look, if you're, you know, basically it's AI social, AI video, all the websites, AI websites that you can create, CRM, all on one platform. And, you know, this is where you can find it. You can go to www.getlev.ai. Need it now. You have to, I tried to go to getleave.ai, and without a referral code, you can't get it. So Need It Now is the referral code. You just can't even register, right? But there's nothing in it. So, and I'll show you, because I registered, right? And this is your back office here. You know, you can see there's my name at the top, Michael McQuillan, but you can't even get it. You can't even get into it right now. But you can see, you know, organizations, teams, trees, personally enrolled. If you're using it as a tool to do that, what I'm interested in is the AI. That's what I'm interested in. You know, I want to get it for that. Not sure what's going on, but it's just, you know, like, it's just an interesting thing, Joey. And I'm going to suggest that people get it and try it. And you can get levy.ai, get it now. That's where I would go and get it. And again, this is the website. You just put in your details. That's it. But featured plan, your AI video twin, your likeness, your voice speaks your script flawlessly in 150 plus languages. Business profiles, have multiple businesses, one for each venture in your entrepreneurial portfolio. That's interesting. AI powered social growth for engagement. Be interested to see how that works, Joey, because I'm not sure. I don't think Facebook and Twitter, do they allow AI bots to post for you? Do they allow that? I don't know. But social tools to create posts that get posted in seconds and get noticed. AI pilot prompts you on how exactly and when to follow up with your prospects and customers with AI powered and guided prompts. That's interesting, because I think you were using AI for that kind of stuff as well, Joey, for guided prompts, right? You know, like you can get someone can send you a question and you can put that into AI and say, how do I answer this question? Especially, you know, with the Eric Worre AI software, which is trained for network marketing. Do you know what I mean? And it's very good for that. CRM with screenshot imported and AI-powered profile, you know, to gather and organize your contacts, reach new contacts, access mentorship, join a team to get support, coaching, or training, instant web builder, create and publish websites for your business in minutes, complete with lead capture, images, and more. That is interesting, because, you know, when you think that when you're talking about the you brand, Joey, where you're the brand, do you know what I mean? So, like, I imagine that with something like this, I could very easily go to your Facebook page and put in your Facebook page and say, hey, listen, look, take a bunch of Joey's pictures, you know, create a brand based around this, and have a website, you know, around Joey Younger. Do you know what I mean? Just about Joey Younger, images, you know, and a call to action, all generated and all done in minutes. Fascinating.
Yeah, you know, Mike, is what fascinates me. You know, we all have iPhone nowadays, and I believe a majority of us, there's a lot of features of of iPhone that we don't know, and we don't know because we don't ask, or we don't invest on someone to teach us, or go and look for it, or let someone else educate us on how to utilize it. And I was thinking about AI. It's like the construction. Before, how they drill the nail into the timber. Maybe a rock they used in the old days, and then someone think about how can we use something more better than the rock, and then they develop the hammer. And then someone develop a hammer and make the work go more easier. Able to drive the nails better than the rocks. And then someone thinking, but it's still too long. It still take effort. People got sore arm by swinging the hammer all day. Why don't we develop a nail gun? And then the nail gun come, and it come maybe mechanically, and then power, electric now, gas compressed now, air, they're using air now. It's more faster and more stronger. It is the way I look at AI is the same, similar things. Is a great tool to enhance or able to make your business more more fun, more easier to drive. And it's a big helper if you are willing to open to take it. Like myself, I use NowSite as that's the AI I invest in that, with the in particular related to the professional and the business that we build. And before, when someone asks me about my business and asks me about what I do, I struggle because I say yes to this opportunity and tell the world. And I try to figure it out myself, but I know it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. Everything will happen over time, but it takes time, effort, and commitment, and sacrifice and discipline to master something. Every master was a disaster when they start. So when my mentor Eric Worre introduced the Now site, I for me, I look at it that I haven't get the financial return that I get from my business, but I see that that's an opportunity that allow me to be better in the way I collaborate with people, like I answer people question and queries. So I invest in that, and I found the way I answer people question, it's with the help of AI, especially they design it. It's like you have a question from a customer or a prospect, and you are not sure about it, and you said, look, I haven't know much about that, let me find out for you. And instead of asking Google or asking ChatGPT, it is another I just go straight to the Now site, because Now site is designed particular for a professional, and there's a lot of AI to, including this one here that we look at it, and the answer it gave me. And I just go back to the customer or go back to the prospect and I said, look, this is what I found, for your question, maybe related to the professional, to the opportunity. And it take the pressure off me, try to overthink, try to, the time, especially the time. And I realized I quickly go back to the customer straight away because I have the tools, I have the people, artificial people to help me, instead of me trying to work it out and figure it out myself. It's too slow if I try to do it myself. So AI it will help you fast track your approach, your communication, your conversation. That will lead to maybe a business from someone else.
To be honest, Joey, it always, like, you never change things by fighting that existing reality. That's what we're talking about here. we talk about this a lot, and this is that Buckminster Fuller quote: to build a new model, to change something, you've got to build a new model that makes the old model or the existing model obsolete. And what we're talking about, and what you're talking about specifically, is about using tools to enhance what you're doing, to make you better, to create a better version of you, to give you more time, and it's not so that you don't have to think. It's, what you're doing is you're thinking more creatively and saying, well, look, I could personally, answer all of these messages myself, or I could get AI that's trained to think and act and walk and talk like me, to answer these questions for me as me. Do you know what I mean? It's not me. It is me. I'm just using, a tool to do it. Do you know what I mean? You still get to choose whether you're going to send that or not. And that's the great thing about AI, because when you use AI, you don't have to just let it do its thing. You get to edit it. You get to look at it and say, no, I don't like that. That's not what I want to say. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to press that send button. So you can use it as a tool, but it's not the be all and end all. It is there to enhance what you're doing, to give you more time, to speed things up. Like I was doing something yesterday, and I wanted an image. So I just kind of went onto ChatGPT and I said, look, create an image for this, but use this image as the base. Do you know what I mean? And then I left it and came back to it 20 minutes later, and it was all there. It was all done for me and everything. I probably could have went back 5 minutes later and it was there. But it meant that I could go away and do something else. Didn't have to go onto Canva and do this and that and everything else and to create it and put all the things in. It just created it for me, and it took me maybe 30 seconds just to put the prompt in. Do you know what I mean? So, like that was useful. It is useful, isn't it?
It is very useful, Mike. And I want to shout out to a few people that are watching this program live in my phone. Rod Cook, Greg Wakens, and also Sionita Nopau. One of them I met online. And his business is fixing and repairing secondhand lawnmower machine and just sell it. And that, and I do business with him because I reach out to him because he using Facebook as a way of communication, as a tool to reach out to the marketplace. And the marketplace, I am the consumer, I'm the customer, because my old whippersnapper or the weed eater was dying on me after 15 years. And I thought to myself, I'm going to buy another one. But I'm not going to buy a brand new one. I'll just buy a secondhand one that do the job. So, I reach out, the marketplace, and found a local seller. And then we communicate through Facebook, marketplace, Messenger. And we do business, exchange. And, I have the good, I'm happy. I'm using it today. Very happy. So he's watching tonight. And, because people see the opportunity in the change. Yeah. And I think that's the thing that I want to drill to our audience tonight. Change is good. Technology, if technology change, that means good. A lot of people complaining, mourning, blaming, why we're not, things are changing. We and like the quote that you just put up, you can't change things, only you have to develop or use something that will override the old model or old way, and make the old way obsolete. Maybe you still use the concept, the principle, but to advance the way you reach out, the way you are doing business, as you use the technology, use the IT, use the tool like AI. And I think people who are using AI nowadays are, they compared to people who don't use the people who don't use AI, they left money on the table.
Well, even in relation to your friend who repairs lawnmowers and things like this, AI could be a great tool for a business like that. Where someone reaches out online or someone reaches out by phone or by email, and AI can literally kind of just get in touch and say, hey, is your machine broken? Do you need it repaired, or do you want to do an exchange? What is it you've got in mind? It could literally, generate sales possibly, and it means that you don't have to be there all the time. And if you remember when the internet first came out, it was we were all going to have these paperless offices, because everything was going to be done by email now, and we wouldn't have to print things off. Everything would be online. Everything would be stored in the cloud. But of course, when you've got a website, you've got this 24-hour shop front that people can go on anytime. But there's not always someone there to answer the phone or to take a call. Now you literally can have someone there 24 hours a day to take a call, reply or respond. Like, we use a lot of autoresponders, on our website, so when people, and I suppose autoresponders are a very simple form of AI. Do you know what I mean? It's just preloaded content, triggered by an event. So I suppose, this is really just cranking it up a level, isn't it? Cranking it up a notch, like in a big way. Like I use it personally for some stuff that I do. And I do use it to generate replies for different things. Although it is funny because, some of the people who work for me, they might, if they're maybe thinking of moving on, they might ask me for a reference. And I would often say, hey, listen, well, look, why don't you just write the reference, send it to me, and I'll sign it. Do you know what I mean? And the last person who did that, I looked at it and I thought, I would never say any of those things. So I went on to ChatGPT and I said, look, can you write me a reference? Right? Not because I wanted to do it on ChatGPT, because I've got a standard letter that I always kind of have. But ChatGPT wrote the same thing as the person who sent to me. And obviously this person had generated their reference on ChatGPT. Do you know what I mean? And I thought, everybody must be doing that. Everybody must be sending in the same reference letters to these companies. Do you know what I mean? Because ChatGPT writes this thing, it sounds amazing, but when I read it, I was like, I would never say that about anybody. I just wouldn't say that, but it's obviously ChatGPT, that's what's doing it, giving people references. But anyway, right, I want to get your final thoughts, Joey, on AI as a tool for growth. Obviously, we already know about, the books, the tapes, the audios, the different things that we do, But again, look, if you're interested in finding out more about this, then rolling, go to getlev.ai, need it now, you can get it there. But you can't actually get it right now. This is what I'm saying. You just can't get it. This is like a pre-enrollment. I'm excited to see when it comes out. Do you know what I mean? Let me have a look. What did it just do? Hold on. This is like a pre-enrollment. So you can go here and get LevAI.needitnow. You need that need it now. For whatever reason, you can't even create an account without a referral. And then there's nothing in the back office because it's not launched yet. I want to get it, Joe. I want it. I need it now. I just want it, right? Because I want to apply it. I want to see how it works. I love the idea of a little robot like me doing all my work. Do you know what I mean? Not that that's ever going to happen. Do you know? But I'm interested in seeing how that could work or how it can apply, and can it actually give me back time? Do you know what I mean? Can it actually do just like the example that you gave? Where you were replying to, or you were commenting on a business partner's post, and AI automatically saw you as a prospect. Right, okay, let's get Joey signed up. Right, that's what we all want. That's what we all want, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So damn, yeah.
Talking about working smart. That's the work smart. That's me, the work smart. Instead, get the AI to do the heavy lifting. You just control it. Like you tell AI, this is what I want. This is my target market. The people that I want to send the thing to them. And a good thing, the AI doesn't have a feeling.
Yes. Yes, Joey, let's get your final thoughts, right? Let's get your final thoughts. I like that. The AI doesn't have any feelings. So when you say no to it, it's not going to go, oh my God, someone else said no, right? Go, give me your final thoughts.
Hey, everyone, I always want to take this opportunity to thanks to my business partner, Mike McLean, all the way from Ireland. Every Sunday we're doing this podcast, not because to brag that we do this or impress you, but we want to impress upon you. We were just ordinary people, grow up in a different location. I climbed coconut tree. He was growing up in a construction background with a family. And now he built a multiple business in the pets industry, one of the largest one in Ireland. And I'm always impressed and embrace my good friend because he doesn't have to do this. And I don't think I don't have to do this. But every Sunday, this is 100 episodes, 112 episodes. And we do this because we care about people. We love people and we want to help people. And the reason why we're doing this, exactly what I said before, is not to impress you, but we want to leave an impression upon you, because you might be someone that not happy where you are or the workplace you work, and you want to find a better way, and you are looking for something better. You're looking for something that it's, instead of working hard, maybe we can find something that we can and the right people that can teach us how to work smarter instead of work harder. And I think in life, either you learning or growing, learning and growing, or you dying. That, from my experience in life, there's a lot of people, they're walking around, but they're dying. They don't grow in life because they don't embrace the change. They don't embrace the technology. They don't embrace the change of things in life. But you know what? For things to change in life, you have to change. And I think me and my good friend Mike, that's what we try to drill on every single day. We were just ordinary people, but we want to change our future. And the way we change our future is we think about it, we feel about what we think about it, and then we go and execute it. We go and talk to people, have a conversation with people, look for people who already achieve what we want in life. Look for people who use the tools like we talk about tonight, AI, artificial intelligence. And even myself, my background is climb coconut tree back in the island, and then I moved to Australia 22 years now, and I grow as a person, personally and professionally, because of why I make a committed decision 5 years ago that I'm gonna change the way I think, change the way I feel about myself, about others, about the opportunity, about the professional, the technology, and I act on it. And I go and look for people who already achieve what I want, and I just surround myself in that our environment. I left my old environment. Any people that they don't add value to myself, I don't associate with them anymore. I move forward. I move to a new environment, and I create myself a new business partner, new environment, new leaders, new mentors, new coaches, because I want to be better. I want to be growth. I don't want to die, living. A lot of people live, but they dying at the same time because they don't want to learn something new. They don't want to embrace the change in life. So tonight it's all about the tools, AI, the artificial intelligence. This has been coming a long way, and I think even my daughter told me once when she was still in high school, Dad, there's a program called ChatGPT, and a lot of students use that to cheat on writing an assignment, writing a project for the school. And then the school find out, and they develop a program more smarter than the student to detect whether this essay is writing on AI. But the good thing is, knowing that this technology has been coming a long way, and they what's the right word? And they just regenerate themselves and evolve. I think that's the right word. Evolve themselves and just getting better and faster and smarter. and and it's come in a low cost. It used to be expensive to tap into it, but if you are a business person, you are entrepreneur, you build an online business or e-commerce, or in our professional marketing and network marketing, you need to open mind to those tools. You need to embrace those tools, because it either advance the level of your reach, or it's open up a different door for you. I endorse and invest in a program called NowSite, and NowSite have not only helped me as like my personal assistant, or help me as my intelligent coach, waiting 24/7 for me to ask questions to them, so I can educate my consumer, the people in the marketplace, to understand what I have, the vehicle that we have, the opportunity that we have, the product that we have, but it's also allowed me to tap into the inner circle of mentor people that they already successful in our professional, in our business, and they come as in virtual. I mean, they're not coming in physical body, but they're there. If I want to find out what is this person think about this question, this person thinks, and it's like I have mastermind of virtual mentors. Different people, they come together, because mastermind in old days is people come together in physical body, around the table, and they talk to each other, and they share some idea, and they help each other grow. But now I can sit in my home, and then I just step into those virtual mentors and masters and coaches and trainers, and just ask them, what do you think about this question? When I embrace technology, and I see I have to pay the cost. If I want to tap into those in artificial intelligence, absolutely a cost. But nowadays, that's the problem. The problem when people start knowing that you have to pay a cost to get that tools or that AI, they start to back out, because their mindset has been still in the old way of learning or growing, and they kind of like live in the past. Everything has to be free. If it's not to be free, I won't join. I won't do it. But when you grow as a person, that in the small investment that you put in have double in return of investment that you have, and it's worth the invest. When you invest in something and you have double of what you put in, the growth of your conversation is increased. The way you respond to people question is better than before. That's the return of his investment. That's the benefit of using those tools to be a master on the professional or the field you choose to do. And me and Mike McKillen, we're in a professional of helping people, developing leaders, share them there's a better way. And we train those people to go out and do the same thing. Train other people to do the same thing. So, Mike, thank you very much for the opportunity. I think for me, the biggest thing that for me is to embrace the change in technology, the change in the different AI that we have, and open-minded. Give a try. And some of the AI you can join for free, and you trial it for 30 days. If you don't like it, you don't have to pay anything. Just cancel your membership. And I think that's the good things about nowadays. People who embrace technology, especially AI, you can see them elevate their business very fast, very quickly. And if you don't, I think this is what I found in my journey. I think I left some money on the table, and there's an opportunity there to use the tools for your own benefit, and not only that, to become a master in what field that you choose or decided to do in life.
Unmuted. Rookie mistake. Love it. Don't forget, you can find Joey on Facebook, facebook.com/joey.unga. Amazing, Joey. You have to embrace it. It's true. You've got to embrace it. Like, change is going to happen. What is it that Bob Proctor says? Change is inevitable. Do you know what I mean? It's just going to happen. You're not going to stop it. You might as well get on board with it and start using it for growth. It is a tool for growth, whether it be personal development, whether it be personal growth, whether it be business growth. That's what it's about. It's about growing as a person and using these tools to, to help, give you more freedom, more health, more lifestyle, whatever it is that you want, like we're always talking about leverage, Joey, about how to leverage stuff. Network marketing is all about leveraging. AI is about leveraging. Of course it is. It's about leveraging that knowledge. You talked about getting that knowledge from all these different people. That's what it's about. So I would, look, I know it's scary. It can be scary. Let's go back to bed, pull the covers over our head and forget about it. Can't do it. Don't be stupid. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to try something, What's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work, But then it was interesting. I was on a call the other week, Joey, and these AI people, they call themselves AI journalists, right? Because it's how you write the prompt. You've got to write prompts to be able to get the best out of AI. Otherwise, it just spits out this stuff. Like I was doing, I'll just tell you a quick story here. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Academy. I'm just in my chat GPT, right? And hold on. So I had asked AI, right, to write me an ad, and I'll tell you the prompt. Do I have my prompt here? No, but I don't know where it is. But my prompt, let me see. I must have it somewhere. But anyway, my prompt was, that I'd said, right, I want you to write me this thing in the style of Russell Brunson. Do you know what I mean? So it wrote me this thing in the style of Russell Brunson, and I didn't really like it that much. So I kind of said, I said, now write it again, as if it's Russell Brunson's best day ever, right? And AI was like, I love it. This is amazing. And he cranked it up like 10 notches. Do you know what I mean? And I thought that's really interesting, So, but that's the thing, you can train these tools. I was doing some other work and I said, look, I want you to think, reset your mindset to be in the most experienced content creator, network marketer, social media marketer that there's ever been, and this is what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? Tell me about how I would go about doing that. And it's about putting different hats on AI, giving it different hats to wear to generate different content. It's very fascinating. But anyway, right, listen, you've been watching Freedom, Health and Lifestyle, which is personal development with a business plan. There's information here. Reach out to Joey, reach out to me. And of course, don't forget, go to the join the My Why community. My Why community is to help people find their why, live with purpose, and grow together. There's a WhatsApp community. There's a link in the description, and of course, there's a Zoom registration where we're going to be maybe launching it later this month, at the end of the month, maybe in a week into October. I haven't finalized the dates, even though the dates are there on the registration. They may change because I think it's scheduled for a Tuesday night, and I think maybe a Sunday morning or afternoon might be better. But anyway, we'll let you know about that. But so go there and join that, and in that community, there's other little groups. There's a group for inspiration. There's a group for, to learn about different products and different business opportunities where you can maybe get involved and maybe use AI in there. I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to put this in there so that you can find out more about it as well. So go and check that out. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, click that notification button. You'll see when Joey and I are on, usually around the same time every week. Don't forget, go and find Joey on Facebook, facebook.com/Joey Younger. Don't find me on Facebook because I'm never there. But if you want to, it's the Real Mick McQuillan. Again, I'm not going to be there. I'm usually here. All right, listen, we're going to play out with, this is ultimately my favorite video. And if you want a copy of this video, I will post this video in the inspiration section, in the inspiration group, in the My Why community. For anybody who wants to go and download it for themselves, it will be there. this is just a great video. There's so much in it. There is literally so much in it. I just love listening to this video. Right, Joey, thank you for your time. I appreciate you, mate. You know, like I learn from you every week. Do you know what I mean? You know, I think you're one of the smartest people that I know, and you're certainly one of the people that has grown so much over the last couple of years, and through dedication, through discipline, through hard work, through working on yourself. Do you know what I mean? By having goals, and not just, to be honest, you epitomized this video, especially in the bit at the very end where he says, those who live their dreams. Do you know what I mean? That's you, Joey. That's you, buddy. I love it. Right, watch this video. I'm telling you, because you can have this too. Right, get out of it. Get it done. Go on, that's Joey's line. Get it done.
You see, we are created in a magnificent vibration, in an absolutely magnificent vibration. Born risk takers. Free. That conditioning takes place after birth. You can change it. It takes guts. It takes goals. Do you know something? You're sitting there watching this and you're thinking, by God, I'm going to change something. I always say, keep reminding yourself that you have tremendous reservoirs of potential within you, and therefore you are quite capable of doing anything you set your mind to. You really can. I don't care what the cynics tell you. Quit listening to some of your peers. Now, all you must do is figure out how you can do it, not whether you can or not. When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? You've got to create a sense of urgency. I'm going to do it right now.
If you can see it, you can do it. But the beautiful truth is you can do anything. We got to know there is a place. There is a specific frequency. And if you get on that frequency, you're going to attract what you need to you. This is what it's all about. Why have you been endowed with such awesome powers? If you'll make a committed decision, this I'm going to do. And you don't have to know how. You do not have to know how. The second you make the committed decision, you flip your brain onto the frequency that you have to be on to attract what you have to attract to manifest the thing that you want. If you can see it, you can do it. It's got to be something you want. Wants come from inside. Act like you're already there. Walk, talk, speak, live like you're already there. Don't set a small goal. Don't set something that doesn't really wind your stem. Set it so big it jazzes you. It really gets you going. When something of a very high nature resonates with the very high side of you, you'll know it. You'll know it. You will feel it. Feeling is conscious awareness of vibration. The only prerequisite, do you want it? Not do you need it, not could you do it. The only prerequisite is, do you want it? Take the lid off your marvelous mind and dream. For goodness sake, give yourself the right to do that. Get your analytical mind out of the way. Put it in your pocket for a while. All you're doing is exploring, daydreaming. What did Lawrence say? All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their mind waken the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dream with open eyes to make it possible. This I did.